You're not supposed to do that.
All this stuff's pretty well prepped, ready to go on.
Yeah. We gotta run the tap and these other bars, get all the powder out of them.
I got you. Cool. Do you, on that RAD mount, the new 4-link mount, do you have to drill many holes for that, or just one?
Three. Oh, this? No,
yeah,
one. Yeah. Just one on that, and then 3 on each of those.
Okay.
So 4 total.
Do we have all our hardware and stuff now? All the jam nuts?
Yeah.
Everything?
All the jam nuts that came on they all came on these, so.
Okay.
We've got all of them.
Hardware.
I'm assuming this hardware is for the
RAD center cradle.
Yeah, so that'd be for the center cradle.
Oh, yeah. So, it is.
And where it mounts to, well,
and then you got the jam nuts for both of those, the bushings for them.
Yep.
All right, guys, what's up? Mac, 2 brothers here. My man Drew, working on the shop F450. He's gonna go over a little bit, show you what we got going on with this thing. It's kind of crunch time. We're trying to get it ready for a big show next weekend. We've been waiting on a lot of this stuff for months and months, and we're still waiting on a couple things, but it's finally coming together a little bit. We've got enough stuff to at least get it kind of rolling. Let Drew kind of go over what we're doing here.
Well, we're pulling off the 2-inch, 2.5-inch level kit, RAD Lift. We did that a while back, the sway bar drop, track bar bracket, the spacer that goes on top of the coil springs and everything. We're gonna pull all that stuff off and clean up everything, install 40 rock lights, 4,000 rock lights, and a 8.5-inch Stryker Lift kit with coilovers and powdered white, and it's gonna be polished and everything. It's hopefully gonna turn out pretty good.
As you can see, we've got a mess of parts here. This is a pretty in-depth kit, pretty involved. We've got the truck lifted up here. Drew's already got it disassembled, working on cleaning up, just kind of painting everything axle-wise, get rid of some rust, gloss black for now, just due to time constraints and how much we got going in the shop. Don't have time to dedicate to pull the axles and powder or paint them, but may do that later down the road. 8-inch Stryker kit, or 8.5, I think is about what we're going for. All handmade right here in Maryville, Tennessee. Really appreciate the partnership with Kyle and those guys up there. They've been great to us, always taking care of us. This is, like I said, our shop truck. You can see rear traction bars here, 4-link in the front end. Got new line of coilovers and shocks. Excited. I think these are one of the first trucks in the country that's going to be on these. They're from a company called Carbon. Great quality stuff here. Made in the USA, stamped right on the side of it. These are the front coilovers. Powder coated coil springs, reservoir. They are adjustable. So this should be some good riding, good quality stuff. We're doing 2.5-inch resi shocks as well, with the coilover up front, resi shocks in the back, stabilizer, it's got resis on it. So I mean, everything on this is pretty over the top.
Oh yeah, those resis on the stabilizers are pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the stabilizer shock. Our clamps are still at powder. We've got a few odds and ends that are at powder coat, waiting on those to come back, and the front steering stabilizer truss, it's still up there. But again, it's just all super good quality stuff. Hopefully we'll get this thing on the ground and at least rolling by tomorrow. Doing American Force wheels, 38-inch Fury tires. It's gonna be a big old truck.
here's the way that the coilovers, you're gonna convert it from coil springs to coilovers. And this is the bottom mount. I'm gonna go ahead and throw one of these on. This is gonna be the top mount for the coilovers, and this will be a temporary piece like Max said. We're gonna have a faceplate and stuff on here that says Stryker or Two Brothers or something. It's kind of cool. We can do all that crazy stuff, but I will have to do a little modifying to the factory coil mount, because this is gonna go in here, so I'll have to cut this off flush and grind it smooth and paint it and everything. And then this will mount up here, and this is where the reservoir will clamp to. And then there you go, you have a coilover, it bolts in like a shock, and we still will have our, the traditional shock on the front with a reservoir too. So there'll be 2 reservoirs in each fender on the front. It should look pretty cool. We did put 40 rock lights on it. I'm glad that I did those first. Now I have lights everywhere under it to work with. It's gonna be lit up pretty good, but they're useful too. In a case like this, you can work under the truck and have plenty of light, because no matter how many lights you have in when you're under the truck, it's not gonna be bright. The truck blocks it all. She's in there. We'll sit about like that. I'm gonna drill the holes. She's getting somewhere. I'm gonna put these stocks back on, mainly for the alignment. We're gonna align it on the stock wheels, but also the front's about wrapped up, so I'm gonna set the front down, see where it's at, and start on the back.
Pretty big.
Yeah, but it's only gonna get bigger once the back comes up and we put the wheels and tires on there. So I had 42 3/4 before.
You're right at 40, right at 48.
It's about 6 inches. And this side I might be able to adjust a little bit more. Remember the other side I went down, and it could all change a little bit,
Yeah.
with everything. We gotta figure out how these shocks go on and how to mount the reservoirs to them. Like a glove. Oh yeah. Here we go. We're gonna bust a nut or two on this thing. That's pretty good. Raining out there. Heck yeah. Tighten everything up here. We got to install the center cradle and the rear traction bars and a couple other things, sway bars. We had the trailer hitch or towing package powder coated, so we got to throw that back on, but it's definitely getting closer. You're not supposed to do that. It's crazy. I didn't have to put a brake-on bracket on it or anything. The brake-ons still have a ton of slack. We can go up another 2 or 3 inches. Yeah, I gotta get the cradle on and the traction bars. The trailer hitch I'll probably put the trailer hitch on first. And the front and rear sway bars and sway bar links. And the front drive shaft. Front drive shaft's gotta go in too. And all the face plates, and a bolt check, and another bolt check, and then probably one more bolt check, and alignment, and some wheels and tires, and we'll be ready to go to a show. There's some finishing touches.
You got wire in the way, buddy.
This will use the post mount on this side.
Okay.
This is going to mount in the center of the wheel well.
What brackets do we use?
That's what I said. He said use the clamps, but I don't know how that's. There's no hole in these.
We could find a piece of metal that was tubular, that was the size of that reservoir, and we could weld 2 little pieces of metal to it for somewhere for it to bolt in.
Yeah.
And then you could still use the clamps and it would look just like the front, but we don't even know if the hose is going to be long enough.
Yeah, that's what he said. Obviously, you'll have to make sure your hose, where you want to mount it, make sure your hose reaches adequately.
Well, that should be something they should send something. I mean, because there's kind of nothing with it, and I feel like the one dude you talked to said that he feels like they're upside down. I'm gonna pull the sleeves out of the top of the shock and put them on the way that looks best, because they put them in upside down, I guess. But I guess it's personal preference. Maybe they thought it would work better the other way. Oh yeah, you don't want to push that thing up there twice.
No.
Now if we can just make sure a pry bar is locked in there, it can't fall back out.
We're making some good progress on the truck, as you can see. Got it sitting on the ground on its own weight. Realized this video is getting quite long. We have also realized we don't have all the components we need. Like I said, this is a brand new shock. First time that Stryker is really using these. We've got to get a couple extra pieces so we can get the rear shocks on there, get the reservoirs mounted. So we're going to split this video up into a couple different videos. So I guess you guys are going to have to kind of wait till next week to see where we're at. But hope you enjoyed it as usual. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon. Peace.